What are the differences among would have, could have, and should have? Would have, could have, should have, when it's pronounced very quickly, sounds like would of, could have, should have. But you are actually using the verb have. Sometimes these are contracted to apostrophe VE. So it's okay to make a contraction like this, and then the past participle comes after it. Would have, could have, should have. Many people use this type of pronunciation. These are all modal verb phrases. Would have, could have, and should have. These all express some sort of past possibility. Each past possibility is a little different. When using would have, the past possibility has to do with a result or the willingness to do something. Did a person want to do something? This verb phrase is useful for hypothetical or imagined situations. John didn't go to school today. He would have gone. Here's would have and then the past participle. But he didn't have a way to get there. He wanted to go. He was willing to go. But this is a problem. And so he didn't go. He would have learned many new things. Here is the main verb, learn. He wouldn't have caused any problems in the classroom. Here's the main verb, cause. He wouldn't have caused any problems in the classroom because he's a good student and he wants to learn. But he didn't go to school today. Could have is used for past ability or past possibility. The situation is something that was possible in the past. Martha didn't go to school today. She could have gone, but she didn't feel like going. So she had the ability to go. She could have gone. She had transportation to school, but she didn't want to go. She could have gone. She had the ability to go. Should have expresses some type of past obligation or expectation. And we use should have for regret or criticism. Angelica didn't go to school today. She should have gone because she needs a good education for a better future. Should have gone. This is used for an obligation or some sort of personal responsibility. Here are subject pronouns, I, you, he, she, it. These are singular. And then a plural pronoun. You can use we or use they. And then these are modal verbs with have. Would have, could have, should have, and then a past participle goes here. If the main verb is go, the past participle would be gone. If the main verb is be, then the past participle is been. So you just have to know what the past participle is for the main verb, which goes right here. Diane almost missed the due date for her assignment. She didn't miss the deadline. She turned the assignment in on time. But if she had not turned in her assignment, it would have caused a problem. Here's the main verb. You could also say it would have been a problem. It would have caused a problem. It would have been a problem. She could have failed the class. Here's the main verb, fail. It's a past participle. Or if it was an assignment for work, she could have been, and then the main verb would be fired. In this case, the sentence is in the passive voice. Could have been, and then here is the main verb, fire. She could have been fired, or she could have lost her job. And this is the main verb. This is a past possibility, but it did not happen. Diane almost missed the due date. She should have done more work ahead of time. Here's the main verb, do, in the form of a past participle. She should have done more work ahead of time, but she didn't. However, she turned the assignment in on time. We could also use a verb like procrastinate. She shouldn't, and now this is negative, should not have, and then the main verb, this is a long verb, procrastinated. It's the past participle for procrastinate. A person who procrastinates does not prepare in advance of a due date or something that is expected to be completed. My neighbor's house caught on fire. The firefighters put it out. So the house did not burn down. Everything was okay. But it would have been, and then we can use an adjective here. It would have been terrible if the house burned down. You could also, right here, use the past perfect. If the house had burned down. Here's the past perfect tense for the verb burn. This is a conditional sentence, so that's why you could use the past perfect in this case to express the possibility of a past situation. In a sentence like this, we imagine how terrible it would have been, but the house did not burn down. It could have burned down. There was that possibility. People could have died. Here the main verb is die. So this did not happen, and this did not happen, but it could have happened. The people in the house should have been more careful. Here's the verb be. They weren't careful enough. The house caught on fire, but luckily the firefighters put it out. But the people in the house should have been more careful. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.